Hey there, this is Dr. Evan Osar with the Institute for Integrative Health and Fitness Education. Welcome to this edition of Facebook Live, and this is week number 7, I believe, and session 1 or part 1 of a 2-part series on the iliotibial band. Janice and I are out here in California getting coaching, so I apologize for the light and the sound in case it's a little too loud out here. I just want to take advantage of this early morning time before Janice and I head off to our coaching session. And remember I said earlier in this year in our Facebook Live post that coaching is the #1 strategy for making this year your best year ever. So you want to get coaching not only in your technique, so you want to make sure you're attending CEU classes or getting classes that help you become a specialist that your clients need and want, and so that you can also attract the clients that need your services. You also want to get business coaching so you know the best practices on how to run a successful business and maximize your exposure in getting your message out to the people that need to hear your message. So that's what Janice and I are out here in California doing. So real quick, we're going to talk about the iliotibial band, and so many of our clients present to us with iliotibial band problems, especially lateral knee issues. Now, many people are told, for example, I just had a patient that came in this week with lateral knee pain and was told by their orthopedic surgeon that they had a tight iliotibial band and they needed to stretch it more. However, the iliotibial band is a very taut and firm fascial structure that the TFL, the tensor fasciae lata, and the glute maximus, the superficial fibers, both insert into the iliotibial band. And what they do is they pull it taut. They pull the iliotibial band taut so that when we stand on single leg, our pelvis remains stable and the knee is also stabilized. So in effect, through the TFL and glute maximus, the iliotibial band stabilizes the pelvis, the hip, as well as the knee and lower extremity when we're in single leg stance. So why is this important? Well, obviously for balance, but especially during walking and running. We need single leg support or stability when we're standing on single leg. Now, there's an orthopedic test called the Ober's test that tests for a short iliotibial band. And even in clients that have a short iliotibial band, we still find that one of the most important things that happens when they're standing on a single leg is they don't control the pelvis. And generally speaking, one of two things happens, and it's usually a combination of these two things. Number one, they either shorten down their lateral hip complex, so they're over gripping from their glute medius and their TFL, so their pelvis goes this direction. So I'm gonna stand on my left leg so you see what that looks like. So their pelvis tilts this way, or their pelvis shifts this direction and then it rotates anteriorly. And that's ultimately what causes tautness of the iliotibial band and causes the iliotibial band to rub over the lateral knee. So let me show you what we do as a simple assessment and that you can look for in your clients that have knee pain. And this is not just lateral knee pain, this is also medial knee pain. Because what we want to see is when our clients stand on a single leg, they're able to align their thorax over top their pelvis, so they have thoraco-pelvic cylinder alignment. They're able to align their hip, knee, ankle, and foot complex over the foot tripod. So I'll show you what it looks like when our clients do it well, and I'll also show you a common compensation that leads to hip, knee, low back, and iliotibial band issues. So I'll step away from the camera and demonstrate that. So what we want our clients to do is just stand and then shift their weight onto single leg and just see how well they maintain stability. Their thorax should be stacked over top of their pelvis. There should be no rotation or side bending of their pelvis as they get onto single leg. What we'll often see is on side of iliotibial band and knee issues, when they shift over, they'll do one of two things. Either shift this direction, which also will overload that lateral knee, or they'll shift this way, they'll sway that direction, translate that direction, and rotate anteriorly, which again winds up that iliotibial band and creates some of those friction syndromes that so many of our clients have. So I hope that helped explain what the iliotibial band does. It helps stabilize the pelvis, hip, and knee complex because of the attachments of the tensor fasciae lata and the glute maximus into that iliotibial band. Its job is when we're in single leg stance to stabilize that pelvis, hip, and knee complex. Now, on Thursday, when we come back on Facebook Live, when we're back in Chicago after our coaching session here in California, I'll show you a very simple corrective exercise strategy that we use with our clients to really help them improve single leg stability. Stability when they get on single leg, which reduces the stress on that lateral knee and actually improves hip, knee, ankle, and foot complex. It's really one of our go-to corrective exercise strategies. So this is Dr. Evan Osar with the the Institute for Integrative Health and Fitness Education. Make it a great day, and we'll see you later this week on Facebook Live. Take care.